Hey YouTube. I hope y'all good. I hope y'all healthy. Y'all are in good spirits. You feel me? I'm also good. So like tonight, not even today, as y'all can see, it's dark and all that, But like it ain't no time frame for a boxing analyst. Yes, sir. That's me. Anyways, tonight we're finna break down the fight. Firstly, let me welcome y'all. What am I doing? So with that being said, welcome to Boxing Conversations with Swaggy. As y'all know, this is Swaggy K. I'm also an artist. If you know, you know. Y'all go check out my music here on YouTube and go subscribe to my music channel. We are getting closer and closer to 100 subscribers there on my music channel. First subscribe to this one, Boxing Conversations with Swaggy, and then go ahead and subscribe to my music channel and go check out my music. But this isn't about music, nah, it's about the sweet science. So okay, cool. Tonight I am going to be breaking down the fight that is taking place in about 2 days. I don't know, maybe by the time I post this video it's gonna be only 1 day left, or maybe just a fortnight left, but like nonetheless, I'm gonna break down the fight between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. Y'all forgive me for maybe pronouncing Usyk's name incorrectly. Y'all know that's that's a different name, but like, yeah, respect. So without wasting any of your time, let's get straight to it. This is going to be very simple. As we all know, this is a rematch, and by the looks of things, it looks like Dubois is out for vengeance. By that, I'm trying to imply that he is going to give it his all. And I do want to emphasize that I do think that on the first fight, when Dubois like landed that low blow, that looked like a body shot. Yup, that definitely was a body shot, according to me, as a fan of the sport. But like, nonetheless, the ref and the officials, whatever the case may be, ruled it otherwise. So they gave Usyk time to recover, and he went on and outboxed Dubois and ended up stopping him, which I think will be the case in the rematch too. One, Usyk is very fast. I feel like he is also powerful too. He is also powerful, which people do not give him enough credit for. He does have hand speed. He does have pop in his punches. 3, I also feel like Usyk is someone who just has it all, man. This might come across as a bit biased, but I'm not intending it to. Or maybe a bit not biased, not biased, but this might come across as a bit over exaggerated. But let me go ahead and say it. Usyk is the Floyd Mayweather of the heavyweight division. I said it because Usyk is very skillful. Usyk reminds me of, damn, he is so skillful, bro. He is so skillful. Usyk, he is like Lomachenko and Tank in one body, but he's a heavyweight. And the crazy part is that they say he is naturally a cruiserweight. Let's not forget the fact that Usyk is coming from 2 back-to-back wins against the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, which I think he won fair and square. But Tyson Fury says thinks that he won both fights, but I don't think so. Yes, they were tough fights, but I just think Usyk is an overall better fighter, better athlete than Tyson Fury. but nonetheless, respect to the Gypsy King. Dubois, Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Dubois has power in his punches. Let us go all the way back to his fight with the Juggernaut, Joe Joyce. Yeah. Let us go all the way back to his fight with Joe Joyce. Dubois was winning that fight, but he was still young, and he got caught by a much slower Joyce. Yes, Joyce was a bit experienced than him, but he was much slower, a bit sluggish. But nonetheless, he caught him, and Dubois lost via knockout. After that, I must, give him credit, give credit where it's due, because he came back better, 100 times better. Considering the fact that he won back to back, he even fought the likes of Kevin Lerena. He had to dig deep. Shout out to Two Guns. He's also fighting, which I think he will win. I won't be breaking down that fight because I do not know much of Okoli, but nonetheless, I'm riding with Kevin. Proudly South African. Yeah. So with that being said, I feel like in that fight, Dubois got dropped, I think 3 or 4 times. He almost lost by knockout, but Kevin made a slight mistake. I think it was rushing too much or lunging in too much. I don't know. Like, I might have to rewatch that fight. I did watch it, but I'm just trying to play it in my head right now. So I might be wrong. Please don't come at me at it. Pause. Okay, cool. So I feel like Dubois showed that he's a true warrior because he had to dig deep. He had to adjust. He had to adapt to being hurt, and he had to withstand Kevin Lerena's power, because Lerena has devastating power. But nonetheless, the outcome was that Daniel Dynamite Dubois won via knockout in a fight that he could have lost. And fun fact, in my mind, I think that if Kevin Lerena beats Lawrence, let me just say Lawrence. If Kevin beats Lawrence and Dubois beats Usyk, or Usyk beats Dubois, I think the winner of Kevin and Lawrence is gonna fight the winner of Dubois and Usyk, considering the fact that Kevin and Lawrence are gonna be fighting for the WBC silver heavyweight title. And the original belt is held by Alexander Usyk, which might change in the fight. I don't know. And yeah, of course, Two Guns Kevin Lerena is also the current WBC Bridgerweight champion of the world, which is great. So Kevin might be a multiple, division world champion. He's on the verge of making history, doing something that has never been done before, or something that has only been done by a few greats, legends, So Dubois is someone who has that kind of, pedigree, and he has a quite great, resume. Also considering the fact that he just stopped the likes of, Anthony Joshua, which was quite easy. I thought that, yes, Dubois was going to win that fight. I really thought that. I was riding with Dubois on that fight. Pause. But I never thought that it was going to be that easy, So Dubois is coming with a lot of momentum. Pause. Damn, these terms. Pause. Dubois is bringing in a lot of, momentum, and he is very grown, and he has highly improved from the fighter he was when he was fighting the likes of Joe Joyce, Kevin Lerena. He is highly improved. I must say that. I must give it to him. But Usyk is just different, bro. He's special. I think this fight is gonna be like Errol Spence versus Terence Bud Crawford, because on paper that fight was close and it could have gone either way. But when it came down to it happening, it was one-sided. Bud beat Spence in every aspect of his arsenal. It was one-sided. It was easy. So I'm not saying that it's gonna be necessarily easy. It might be a bit harder for Usyk, considering the fact that he is older. I think he's 38 years old, if I'm not mistaken, close to 40 though. Dubois is younger, which was the case in the fight between Spence and Bud too. But Spence was a bit, he's there too. He's not a young guy, yeah. But like Bud is much older. He was the same age of, Usyk right now, and Spence was younger. Not saying that he was as young as, Dubois, but that fight is gonna be similar, because right now, truth be told, when it comes to the top guys in boxing, whether the guy is 40 years old or whatever, take for example Bernard B. Hop, or Bernard the Alien Hopkins. Yeah, the Alien, because when he was the Alien, he was close to 50. He was one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. He became a world champion close to 50. So age is just a number to the top guys. Yes, they are old, but they do what they need to do in order to maintain that top level. Speaking of old guys, Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. I think that Pacquiao might win that fight in dominant, fashion. We might see the old Manny back. Not exactly the old Manny, but he just might be good enough to, overwhelm Barrios, because Barrios is very slow. He was beaten by a smaller Tank Davis, and I also think that he also lost his last fight against Ramos. I think he lost that fight. Ramos put some work in there. It was close, but I think that Ramos did edge it out. But nonetheless, I think that Usyk is gonna win this fight via knockout. Round, not very late. People think this fight is gonna end late. I think it's gonna end at about round 6, round 7. Round 6, round 7. Dubois is gonna start off strong, but I think Usyk is an Olympian, and that goes a long way. Experience goes a long way. And I also think that Usyk already knows how to navigate fighters like Dubois, how to neutralize fighters like Dubois. I'm sure Usyk, in his mind, he's like, this is a child, like, I'm gonna school him, rightfully so. And I think he might do just that, because I feel like Usyk is an all-round great fighter, man. The best in the world. Tell me what y'all think, man. Tell me what y'all think. I feel like Usyk is just too good for him, regardless of his power, youth, and all that. But these top guys put belt to ass regardless of age, man. So that's all I got. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, turn on your notifications. Keep watching Boxing Conversations with Swaggy. And there's also a fight week for my brother Pumelela, the Truth Kafu, which I think will win. I wasn't kidding in that last video I made. Yes, I might have been a bit, there might have been an element of favoritism. Bam is a great fighter, he's a legend, but I think my brother's gonna win. So thank you, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.